Hi, I'm Debbie. Welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 14th, 15th, and 16th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if you want to jump, this is the introduction. It will be tagged onto all of the videos. But if you want to jump to the main video, or if you're a cross-watcher, then just go down here. There is a description. There's a timestamp in the description, and you should be able to jump right over the introduction. I hope you'll watch it at least one time, okay? Okay. Anyway, I am going to be reading for the weekend, and the cards I use for the weekend are Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will be using the Angels of Abundance by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, and I will pull one from Emily Anderson Crystal Deck. Now, during this time, we're going to do a universal reading, what's going on in the, just in the heavens in itself. I will use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. Now, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, and whatever comes through, comes through. We are in some very interesting times right now. I can tell you that coming up into like the 14th to the 18th, Libra energy, remember Venus is in Libra, and I think Mercury just went to Libra too, that there is some balancing and there is some energies going is supporting more that Saturn energy. So it's trying to be a little bit more gentler, and it's trying to bring some balance and truth out more and more with Saturn. Okay, so that's going on there too. Also, Saturn is going direct, so we have a stationary direct with Saturn right now. That's on the 23rd. Mars is going direct, what is that, towards the end of the month, end of October, around the 30th, I think it is. That's in Gemini. So we have, and of course, Pluto is moving forward slowly. So we have all of these direct to slowly moving forward energies between Pluto, Saturn, and Mars. And when something is stationary, it's kind of like the planetary energies are looking to say, okay, what did I do and where am I going? What do I still need to do? Because Saturn and Pluto will be moving into other signs come 2023. Pluto goes back and forth a little bit between Aquarius and Capricorn in 2023, but it's trying to figure out, what do I have left to do? I've got a limited amount of time in this, in this astrological sign, what needs to be done. So, interesting times as always. Now, anything that falls out needs to be read. Let's see what else we might have here. Anything reversed has a little stronger energy. Court cards have dual energy, so if we have any of those, I'll talk about that. And we have our 4 astrological signs. We have fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, very determined, consuming. We have our earth energy, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Capricorn and Taurus have the, are the main players right now. That is our money, job, career. Also our home, tangible energy. We have our air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All 3 of those have something going on with them. Like Saturn, Mars, and Venus and Mercury. That's our air, that's strategy, that's thinking things through, that's really trying to create a plan. Also about hearing news. And then we have our water energies, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, very emotional, very spiritual energy. And we are about to come to Sagittarius. I'm sorry, Sagittarius is after Scorpio. We're about to come to Scorpio on the 23rd. And the veil between the dimensions is thinning. So, interesting times for interesting people. Remember, keep your vibrations high. First card is, we have things are moving forward. So now we have the major arcana, and it was reversed. It is a 10. 10 is transitional energy. Things are moving forward. 1, new beginning. 0, God source energy. Again, transitioning from one period to another. And that's where all of these stationary direct planets are all about. It's trying to figure out, where do we go next? What needs to be done next? It's not where do we go next, it's what do we need to accomplish still. When it enters all of these places, it comes in with some goals. These planets come in with some goals. When Pluto and Capricorn was like, we're going to destroy everything only to rebuild it, and rebuild it that much, rebuild it, let's put it that way. So we have all of this, these energies, and now they're stationary, looking and seeing what it is they have to do. The Wheel of Fortune does talk about positive movement, positive changes. But anytime we have changes, change is never easy, even if it's positive. So it's, this has positive change, but it does not necessarily mean that it's going to be an easy change. Okay, next card is, now we have the 8 of Rods. 8 is the number of unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. So numbers are very, very important also. Rods is, again, that fire energy. That is that, the 8 of Rods is about fast movement. People coming, people going. Kind of like, you don't know who's doing what anymore. This has fast activity, fast energies moving. And, kind of like what you thought you believed in is no longer what you believe in. Where you were going is no longer where you were going. It just is kind of like your brain is going in circles right now. And the energies are they're just not necessarily letting you take a moment to really think. Okay? Next card, we have the Ace of Swords, again reversed. Ace is a 1. 1, again, that new beginning. Swords is that air energy. Again, it is our Libra, our Gemini, and it is our Aquarius. All of those have very strong things going on. Strong planetary movements going on. This has new ideas. So it's kind of like what I said back here. It's like there's changes. Things are being shown that are a little bit different. It's like we don't quite know, it's that Saturn in Aquarius energy that's really, really strong here. And also Pluto, destruction to the rising of the phoenix, rising from the ashes. And this thing with Saturn and Aquarius, and I know I've been harping on it since it started going there. It is about seeing things differently. It is about looking beyond the beyond the illusion and seeing more of the truth. It's challenging, but once we do it, we have a clearer vision of where we're going. So interesting stuff here. It is all about perspective. Surprised we don't have the Hanged Man there, but it is all about perspective. So now we have 10, 8, 1, 1, 8, 0, 1. Okay, let's see what we have here with our Osha Zen Tarot cards and see. And I did say, I don't know if I said this or not, but we do have some Venus and we do have some Libra energy trying to soften some of the energies going on, trying to bring some balance. But like I said, Saturn, Pluto, they're just kind of like, they want their way. They want their way. Okay, so we will see what we will see here. Let's see what we've got going on. Osha Zen Tarot cards. The Rebel. The Rebel. So this is a 4. This is, 4 has basically stability. It has leadership. It has organizational energy to it. The Rebel, I think this is one of the major arcana cards here, and this would be the Emperor energy. However, it's not saying Emperor the Emperor, there is a lot of divinity to the Emperor, but this is the Rebel. This is the one that's going to go his own way. This is the one that just says, hey, we got to do what we got to do. There is the Rebel, breaks free. The Rebel breaks out of his chains. The Rebel says nothing is going to hold me back. I'm getting a lot of that Saturn and that, well, I get a little bit of Jupiter, Jupiter energy too, Remember, Jupiter will be going into Pisces. It's not slowing down at all, but Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto are all very slow-moving planets, but this is a time of breakout. This is a time of going your own way, and this is like whatever's happening here, it is a breakout type of energy. The rebel. We'll take that as it is. Okay, take a moment, please, and we're going to go right to the readings right after this, but please take a moment to comment. Let me know what this meant to you. Also, go down and like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. A smaller channel like me, I really need that, so I really appreciate you doing it. Okay, so why don't we just start our readings now? Hello, my Scorpios. Well, right around the corner is your season, so this is where you need to really wrap things up. That Pluto does have a lot of transformational energy, so it is starting to move slowly direct, so it is a good time for some reconstruction. For you and your South Node, Scorpio is in the South Node, so it is about possibly really delving into some of those past issues. And again, reconstruction, really looking and seeing what you can clean up and what you can move along. Okay? So let's see for this weekend, because it has some very strange energies, as always. What else is new, right? We've been the diamonds. We've been that piece of coal that's had all the pressure for the last couple of years, turning us into the sparkly things that we are. So let's see, my Scorpios, what you have. Also in your sign will be that time when the veil is the most thinnest between dimensions. So it is a good time for you to use those energies to your positive, to be positive with it, okay? Anyway, let's see what we've got going on for my Scorpios. First card, the Queen of Air. Okay, Queen's underlying energy, your energy, water energy, but this is the Queen of Air. So the underlying water energy is about love, is about caring, is a lot to have to do with spirituality. But the air energy has all of that, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy, and those are some strong stuff that you have to deal with. So I'm kind of feeling like there's a lot of blocks being thrown at you for this weekend, and you're going to really have to navigate them without the emotion of the water and more of the, just really have to think things through, because these are like some major blocks, but it does not mean that you can't. It just means that it's a little bit on that harder energy. And this is what happens a lot of times as we get closer to a transition to to your sign or to anybody else's sign. It's kind of like okay, really get things ready, really clear out those paths, get moving on a lot of the stuff that you have to get moving on. I'm just feeling like it's like, this weekend's going to be like, what else is there that I have to do? What else am I supposed to do? There's more to come, more to come. It's just never an easy time with these types of energies for you, my Scorpios. It's just kind of like, what else is there to do? Who else do I have to call? Who else do I have to pay the bills? Again, the Queen of Air is there to remind you to not necessarily take the emotional ground, but to take that intellectual ground. This is the Queen of Air is about objectivity, but she's really trying to tell you to keep the emotions, keep the temper, keep the feeling where you're just kind of like, I want to give up. I just want to, just fine, do whatever, and really just think things through. So it's not an easy energy this weekend, but it is not insurmountable at all. You just have to keep your cool. You just have to really think things through. And so I'm going to really say this is a good time, if you don't do this already, my Scorpios, to think about some meditation, to think about that counting to 10 before you answer. However it is to keep your, just to say, okay, I need to not respond in an emotional manner. I need to think this through, because the answer is right there for you. The answer is right there for you. It's just the emotions cloud you a little bit. Okay? And they cloud everybody. They cloud everybody. So the Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. And we are in the waning part of the moon now, so it is a good time to get rid of stuff. Seeing the humor in a situation. Next card, the Star. Oh, I love the Star. We have a 17. Now, it's interesting because the following Monday will be the 17, and we get that much closer to your season. So we have a 1, 10, plus a 7. So 1 is a new beginning. 10 is a transitional number. 7 is that divine covering, that divine umbrella. 1 plus 7 is also an 8, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel has a lot of creativity, has a lot of pulling ideas out of his, her hat, if you more or less want to say, and just kind of like, well, what am I going to do in this situation? And Jophiel then is like, hey, try this. The Star is about hope. The Star is about making wishes. The Star is about things are about to happen. Things are happening, and you just have to keep holding on to hold on. Okay? So the Star is about happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Next card, the 10 of Fire. So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about with this one. So a 10 is, again, transitional energy. Fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It's passionate, burning, very determined, very consuming. The 10 of Fire brings a struggle. The 10 of Fire brings obstacles. The 10 of Fire just brings, there's just too much for me to do. I just have all these things. It goes back to what I was saying about the Queen of Air. Just basically the obstacles. But if you chill, if you step back, the way is made for you. You will see the answers. You have hope. So, but it's just not necessarily a fun weekend. It's not necessarily an easy weekend. But you can accomplish a lot. And at the end of the weekend, you're going to be like, wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that gives you hope. And the thing about it, my Scorpios, is just don't go in it with doom and gloom. Go in it with, okay, I got stuff to do, got to get it done, got to move it on, got to move it out. Okay? So the 10 of Fire is too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. The thing is the Star, the hope. Don't let your emotions run you, okay? You need to make sure you think clearly. And when you start to feel emotional, because sometimes it just feels like, oh my gosh, what else am I supposed to be doing? Just take a step back and say, well, really, is it really? Each moment, each day, one step at a time, one little hour at a time. Just get through, because the Star brings about this really very shining energy all around you, okay? So, is it, like I said, there's a lot for you. The energies are very, very, very there. They're very, you're going to have a lot that you have to think through. You're going to have a lot that you're going to have to overcome this weekend. Not horrible stuff. Not horrible. Just kind of, maybe you just wanted to have just a nice weekend. And you can still do that, where you didn't have to really think too much about anything. But it just feels like this has this, this just has this emotional undercurrent, but you have to stay, you have to stay objective during it, okay? And there's always hope. There is always hope in that Star. Here we go. So my Scorpios, what else is there for my Scorpios here? And like I said, this is what happens when you get closer to your season. It's really clearing away a lot of old junk. Next, this card here. Oh, look at that. And look at how lovely that is. So we have a 9. 9 is let's wrap it up. Let's get things done. And I told you, at the end of the weekend, you're going to say, well, wow, why was I even so upset with it? So here, this is 9. Let's wrap it up. You've got everything you need. It's all about material harvest. I would say that there's a spiritual harvest in here. Your needs are taken care of. So again, it's just a good weekend not to ride the emotional waves, but more or less to just stay firm, just stay on track, and really just keep your thoughts in your brain and just keep your thoughts, your energy clear. Okay? Material harvest. I love that. Like I said, at the end of the weekend, it's like, wow, look at all I accomplished. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Angels of Abundance. For my Scorpios, what do you want to tell us? Angels of Abundance for my Scorpios. Here we are. So you have a 1710990171. Okay. Gratitude list, an attitude of gratitude. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are grateful for? Okay, what and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. That's a great piece of advice. Great piece of advice. Again, let's see. What crystal? Okay, sure. We've got two that popped. They both reversed. Carnelian, self-trust, relationship rejuvenation, powers of concentration, healing from abuse, and blue, calcite, soothing, inner peace, universal perspective, strong memory. Interesting for that. Like I said, don't let, one of the things too, don't let the little stuff, bog you down. Okay? Just keep focused on your goal, attitude of gratitude, and keep those vibrations high. The weekend does seem like it wants to kind of pull you down a little bit. The energies want to pull you down a little bit. Don't let it. Don't let it. Keep your thoughts, your words, all of that elevated. Anyway, my Scorpios, please let me know who this might have been for. I appreciate it. Also, take a moment to like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. It does help small channels like mine, so thank you. As always, my Scorpios, always know that you are loved. Stay shining. Be blessed. Bye-bye.